Institution, imagine this, it's 1977 and a mild-mannered Canadian man named Frank Olson is already dead, but his family is about to uncover a nightmare. Frank, a CIA scientist, he had plunged from a 13th floor hotel window in 1953, ruled a suicide. But now declassified documents reveal he was dosed with LSD without his knowledge, driving him to madness. Institution. This wasn't an accident, it was part of Project MKUltra, the CIA's secret quest to control human minds. Why? To create unstoppable assassins and spies during the Cold War. Institution. And the scariest part, they experimented on thousands of unwitting Americans, Canadians, and others prisoners, patients, even college students, then buried the evidence for decades. Institution. Stick with me as we peel back the layers of this hidden history. You won't believe how deep it goes, and how it might still affect us today. Let's rewind to the early 1950s. The Cold War is raging. The US fears Soviet brainwashing techniques, rumors of mind control drugs turning soldiers into zombies. The CIA under Director Alan Dulles, Institution, launches Project MKUltra in 1953. Officially, it was about behavioral modification for interrogation and espionage, but unofficially, it was a Frankenstein's lab of the mind. Institution, funded with millions in black budgets, over 10 million by today's standards, hidden from Congress and the President. Think about it. Institution. What if your government was secretly testing drugs on you to erase memories or force confessions? That's exactly what happened. Over 20 years, MKUltra spanned 149 sub-projects at 80 institutions, from universities like Harvard to prisons and mental hospitals, and the victims, often the most vulnerable, the poor. Institution, the mentally ill, the incarcerated. No informed consent, just guinea pigs in a shadow war. It all started with LSD discovered by Swiss chemist Albert Hofmann in 1943. Institution, the CIA saw it as a truth serum, or worse, a way to shatter minds. They dosed their own agents first. Institution, like in Operation Midnight Climax, where CIA operatives lured men to San Francisco brothels rigged with two-way mirrors. Prostitutes slipped LSD into drinks. Institution, and agents watched the chaos unfold. But it didn't stop there. They moved to civilians. In Kentucky's prisons, inmates were given massive LSD doses for 77 straight days. Institution. Imagine the hallucinations, the terror. One prisoner described it as eternal hell. Why? To see if minds could be broken and rebuilt. Now let's zoom in on a victim, Ewan Cameron. Institution, a psychiatrist at Montreal's Allen Memorial Institute. Funded by MKUltra, he pioneered psychic driving, erasing personalities through electroshock therapy. Institution, sensory deprivation tanks, and endless loop tapes of negative messages. Patients, often women seeking help for anxiety or depression, emerged as blank slates. Institution, some forgetting their own children. One woman, John Steele, lost years of her life. She later sued and won, but the damage was irreversible. Ask yourself, how could doctors, institution, sworn to do no harm, become torturers? It was the era's paranoia, better to experiment on a few than lose to the communists. But the CIA went further, testing on children. Institution, rumors persist, though buried deep. Pause for a second. If this sounds like science fiction, it's not. These were real people. Institution, what would you do if you discovered your loved one was a test subject? Hold that thought, it gets darker. By the 1960s, MKUltra evolved. They explored hypnosis, subliminal messaging, institution even planting electrodes in brains. In one sub-project, they tried creating Manchurian candidates, brainwashed assassins activated by triggers. Sound familiar, like the movie Institution, but real. Take Theodore Kaczynski, the Unabomber. As a Harvard student, he endured MKUltra linked psychological abuse in experiments run by Henry Murray. Did it break him? Institution. Some say it contributed to his later bombings. Then there's the drugs, not just LSD, but mescaline, scopolamine, and barbiturates. In Operation Artichoke, Institution, they interrogated suspected spies with drug cocktails, sometimes fatally. One victim, a Soviet defector, died from a heart attack induced by the tests. And the CIA didn't care. Institution, they destroyed most records in 1973, ordered by director Richard Helms, fearing exposure. But why bury it? Because the experiments failed spectacularly. LSD didn't control minds. Institution unleashed chaos. One agent, after being dosed, ran through Washington, D.C. streets screaming about monsters. Yet, they kept going, dosing entire French villages in 1951 with LSD-laced bread, officially blamed on ergot, but CIA ties suspected. Hundreds hallucinated, some died. International outrage, suppressed. Institution, personal story interlude back to Frank Olson. In 1953, at a CIA retreat, he was slipped SD. Days later, paranoid and shattered, he fell from his hotel window. Institution, the CIA called it suicide, paid his family hush money. But in 1975, the Rockefeller Commission exposed fragments, leading to an apology from President Ford. Olson's son exhumed the body in 1994, evidence of blunt force trauma, suggesting murder to silence him. The family settled for $750,000 in 1976, but the full truth, still hidden. In 1975, Senate hearings led by Frank Church blew the lid off. Journalists like Seymour Hersh uncovered more. The CIA admitted to 149 sub-projects, but claimed all files were gone. Two survivors sued in 1985. A class action lawsuit from Canadian victims won $100,000 each, yet thousands more never knew they were experimented on. The program ended in 1973, but echoes remain. Modern conspiracy theories born from MKUltra truths, and today, think about surveillance, big pharma trials, or even social media manipulation. Is mind control still happening, just digitally? The CIA's declassified docs hint at more, but redactions hide the worst. So, what have we learned from MKUltra's hidden history? That power unchecked leads to monstrosities. Frank Olson's family fought for decades. Victims like Gin Steele rebuilt shattered lives. But the real scandal, how it was buried, shredded files, denied apologies. Today, as we eat our breakfast or scroll our feeds, remember governments can hide horrors in plain sight. If this story gripped you, like and subscribe for more erased histories. What's your take? Could this happen again? Drop a comment below. Thanks for watching till the end. The truth deserves to be uncovered.